Psalms and Proverbs from Monday, November 2nd, 2020. Many names have a meaning and a purpose that are less arbitrary than we might think. Virtually all the names in the Bible have a distinct meaning. So too do the letters of the Hebrew alphabet. Psalm 119 is an acrostic of those 22 letters with 8 verses for each letter. Ayin is the 16th letter of the Hebrew alphabet. Ayin means eye. It has to do with vision or being visionary. Ayin teaches us to see beyond and relates to time. A story is told of a man who was very old, out in the yard of his family home, moving large rocks, clearing the land, creating a garden, and planting trees. Why was he planting those trees? He was too old, and they would not mature in time to feed him. It was because he was planting them for the next generation, beyond himself. That is vision. It teaches us to understand the cause and effect in our lives, how past actions lead to future outcomes, and how to think for the future. Ayin implores us to open our eyes, to see beyond the physical. It urges us to break through the walls of limitations in order to see what is not yet visible to us. Psalm 119, verses 121 through 128, New King James. Meditations on the excellencies of the Word of God. I have done justice and righteousness. Do not leave me to my oppressors. Be surety for your servant for good. Do not let the proud oppress me. My eyes fail from seeking your salvation and your righteous word. Deal with your servant according to your mercy, and teach me your statutes. I am your servant. Give me understanding, that I may know your testimonies. It is time for you to act, O Lord, for they have regarded your law as void. Therefore I love your commandments more than gold, yes, than fine gold. Therefore all your precepts concerning all things I consider to be right. I hate every false way. Proverbs 21, New King James. The Lord considers the heart. The king's heart is in the hand of the Lord. Like the rivers of water, he turns it wherever he wishes. Every way of a man is right in his own eyes, but the Lord weighs the hearts. To do righteousness and justice is more acceptable to the Lord than sacrifice. A haughty look, a proud heart, and the plowing of the wicked are sin. The plans of the diligent lead surely to plenty, but those of everyone who is hasty surely to poverty. Getting treasures by a lying tongue is the fleeting fantasy of those who seek death. The violence of the wicked will destroy them, because they refuse to do justice. The way of a guilty man is perverse, but as for the pure, his work is right. Better to dwell in a corner of a housetop than in a house shared with a contentious woman. The soul of the wicked desires evil. His neighbor finds no favor in his eyes. When the scoffer is punished, the simple is made wise. But when the wise is instructed, he receives knowledge. The righteous God wisely considers the house of the wicked, overthrowing the wicked for their wickedness. Whoever shuts his ears to the cry of the poor will also cry himself and not be heard. A gift in secret pacifies anger, and a bribe behind the back strong wrath. It is a joy for the just to do justice, but destruction will come to the workers of iniquity. A man who wanders from the way of understanding will rest in the assembly of the dead. He who loves pleasure will be a poor man. He who loves wine and oil will not be rich. The wicked shall be a ransom for the righteous, and the unfaithful for the upright. Better to dwell in the wilderness than with a contentious and angry woman. There is desirable treasure and oil in the dwelling of the wise, but a foolish man squanders it. He who follows righteousness and mercy finds life, righteousness, and honor. A wise man scales the city of the mighty and brings down the trusted stronghold. Whoever guards his mouth and tongue keeps his soul from troubles. A proud and haughty man, scoffer is his name. He acts with arrogant pride. The desire of the lazy man kills him, for his hands refuse to labor. He covets greedily all day long, but the righteous gives and does not spare. The sacrifice of the wicked is an abomination. How much more when he brings it with wicked intent? A false witness shall perish, but the man who hears him will speak endlessly. A wicked man hardens his face, but as for the upright, he establishes his way. There is no wisdom or understanding or counsel against the Lord. The horse is prepared for the day of battle, but deliverance is of the Lord. Okay, and the links are there if you want to check that out. So give us a thumbs up and click subscribe. All right, and share with a friend. And leave a comment, question, prayer requests. Always glad to hear from you. Always glad for your prayers and support. So have a good day. God bless. We'll see you tomorrow.